If you're considering a smile makeover, I want to show you the all-digital way to accomplish this. At David & Associates, we're very lucky that we have one of the most sophisticated in-house laboratories in the world that's all digital. So over the years, I've done many veneer cases over from dissatisfied patients, and the common thread I always see is the lack of pre-planning that went into doing the makeover. At David & Associates, we take the time to fully show you how the case is going to look before we actually do it. We actually use this computer program. We look at your face, your age, your sex. If you're a guy with a square face, then something like if we're looking at the two front teeth might be appropriate, square teeth, or we can soften it a little bit. If you come in and you're a woman, you have an oval face, then we want to come back in and we want to round the teeth. This makes the teeth appropriate to your face. And so if the patient liked the way these two centrals are going to look, then we move on to the laterals. Then we can come back and we can have the comparable lateral. We can actually change it a little bit. We have multiple ways this can look. So the other thing that occurs is we want the lateral shorter. So we actually show you different lengths. We show you canines based on if you're a guy or a woman. But after we get this, what we do next is really unique. We take impressions of your teeth, and instead of doing an old-fashioned hand wax up, that's what's done in most offices, when you hand wax teeth to give the mock-up to the patient, there's a lot of inaccuracies because you're depending on a technician to hand wax it. We go and we actually digitally mock up your teeth, and then we come back and we spend hours designing your new smile. And then after we design this, we actually do a 3D printed model of this mock-up. Why is that so important? When we have a 3D mock-up that the patient has helped pick the style of the teeth, after we prepare your teeth, we actually take an impression of this mock-up that you've approved, and then we make your temporary with it. We never make veneers, crowns, or a full mouth case until you look at your temporary and say, this is exactly what I want. After you approve the temporary, what's unique to our practice in this laboratory is all the hours that one of our CAD/CAM designers has spent designing this mock-up we save. What happens is when we send your impressions, instead of doing old hand waxing techniques, again, where there's a lot of inaccuracies that can be induced, we actually laser scan your impression. We totally digitize your data. After we have digitized your impression, all the work that went involved in designing this is how we then superimpose it on this model, and we're able to give you an exact replica of what you approved. And so instead of, there's one way to do a makeover where you could have done no mock-up, you're just going to hope that when the dentist prepares your teeth, that when you get the veneers or crowns, you're going to hope that what he thinks looks good, but a lot of times that's the main reasons patients are dissatisfied with smile makeovers. Or you could do the later technology to do hand wax-ups, but the problem is when you do the temporary, when you go to hand wax the real restorations, a different technician can be doing the veneers or crowns, and so you've approved the temporary, and when you still finally see the final restorations, it's not an exact duplicate. When we're able to have a digital laboratory like we have at David & Associates, when we show you this mock-up that we've spent hours on, when you get your final restorations, it's truly an exact duplicate. One of the things I'm really particular about doing makeovers is I want perfect symmetry between this canine to the central on the left side and the right side. You want a perfect match. When you do it all digital, we have no problem achieving perfect symmetry. I've been doing smile makeovers for over 30 years, and I can tell you I can find maybe 1 out of 30 technicians when they do a hand wax up mock-up that they can give me perfect symmetry. We can accomplish it every time with digital dentistry. So that's what, if you're considering a makeover or a veneer case, and you are a very picky patient and you want superb results, this is what we offer at David & Associates. We offer a true state-of-the-art office, and we offer one of the most sophisticated laboratories in the world.